and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Let's take them back.
Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all the... Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one... And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what is.
Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
Getting with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking Russia need a visit. I'ma run it to the limit, and me, I'm on way to Venice.
I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on. May my love lift you up to the place you belong. I'm going on. And I promise I'll be waiting for you.
Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
And look at the afterglow of light bathing the Mississippi River in the Crescent City, New Orleans. We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans. Here on 2K Sports. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
All right, ready to go?
Taking a look at Washington. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
And when I look at
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
Let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
One player we discussed in detail is the young Bradley Beal. He said, I was a fan of his game from watching him at Florida. His combination of outside shooting and slashing make him a very tough cover. We're going to put pressure on him and try to take the ball out of his hands. And Kevin, Beal's such an intriguing talent. We'll see if he's able to put up some big numbers.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James,
yeah,
that would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development.
We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. He kicks to Ajinça. Three-pointer, Pondexter. Rebound, Washington. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
And, you know, talking about Doris Cole, this is a young man who still has plenty of upside. His assist-to-turnover ratio is solid. He's a competitive defender. I like where his game is going right now.
6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Anderson. No good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game was fantastic.
And, Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for a positive moving forward.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Dudley's shot is good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Cole. 12 points his last outing. The feed to Anderson. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by Dudley. To the middle. And Thornton gets it to go on the assist by Freak. Thornton's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college when that's the best route for an individual player. Nowadays, I think, unfairly so, there's a ton of pressure on young guys sometimes to leave prematurely. We'll see if Freak's decision pays off for him long term.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and, you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
So on the floor for Washington, the talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Porter is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets had a nice performance. He had 6 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GM?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he finished it off with a lay-in. Porter's got 6 points.
Great D. He picked it off and took it all the way for the solo finish.
Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his...
Platoon swap here for New Orleans. So for the Wizards. Wizards trail by 10. Nene setting the pick for Sessions. Pass to Dudley. And the lead is down inside single digits. He has 6.
You know, getting back to Otto Porter's basketball family, it really prepped him to compete. Your family is the first place you learn to navigate and win battles in competition. And that goes for sports and life.
Wizards have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Sessions dishes to Shakur. Tries to save it. And so it looks like the Wizards will... retain possession here. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. In third, the Pelicans.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lanes.
The dish to Sessions. Puts it up from 12. No good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
And talking about Porter, he certainly has worked hard to improve upon his weaknesses. That's a trait that's often instilled in a man at a young age. And he's not an explosive athlete, but his motor and want to compensate for that.
Wasted no time on that one. Sessions has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Cole kicks to Ajinça. Here is Cunningham. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Cole's shot is good.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Here's Nene. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Cole, the pass to Ajinça. Three-pointer, Pondexter. Rebound, Washington. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Sessions with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Cole. Just 3 on the clock. Can't get it to go. And so we wrap up the first half. The Pelicans on top, leading by 8. From New Orleans, back in a moment.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not going to let this game get away from us. I like the number of assists we've racked up. That says a lot about the way we've been running our offense, and there's no reason we can't get more. Keep finding the open man. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep...
Come on, New Orleans! And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You gotta like what Omer Asik has done in this game.
And how about his scoring in that first half?
Checked in for Asik. Cunningham comes in for Davis. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Gordon. We've got Quincy Pondexter. Norris Cole is out there with Holiday. Then there's Anderson, and it's Cunningham in at the 4 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Anderson's shot is off. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team you like playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
It's stolen by Sessions. Passes to Shakur.
Stick it too much.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Boston Celtics.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Holiday with the 3. Good. Holiday. He's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Here's Sessions. There's the bucket. Good.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Pass to Cole. It's to Cole. Anderson, a screen on Sessions. And it's Cole missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
6 on the shot clock. Dudley dishes to Shakur. And the 3 off target. Cole. No good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Pelicans lead by 7. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Wizards trail by 7. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. And it's Porter at the 3, the small forward.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Washington shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. He dishes it to Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Shot off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Gortat's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Washington. Kicks it to Cole. Inside, here's Evans. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Pelicans?
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one, and it's led to an abundance of second.
Changes for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis, and it's Drew Holiday in for Cole. Sessions against Holiday. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
They've struggled trying to contain Drew Holiday. He has 9 points and 7 assists. He's been just as deadly from beyond the arc as he's been inside of it.
He showed the versatility and the range today.
At the line for your Pelicans, Drew Holiday. Taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
And that one falls for Nene. There's 21 seconds left in the game. And so the Pelicans now can just hold on to the ball. And here's Gordon. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Tyreke, what was the focus on strategy for this team coming into tonight's game?
Playing hard. You know, we had a meeting today as a team, and we were just going to come in here and play hard.
Thank you, Kevin. Amazing what can happen when you play hard.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis. He didn't seem to need much time to warm up tonight. He made his first 4 shots in a row.
One thing you know about Davis is that he's always going to play with an insane amount of energy. It's always full speed ahead with him, and we saw that tonight. Offensively, he plays as well as anyone.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste. And you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan, not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freakin' and Vibin', Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it,
All
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he's our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
I
think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
I'm coming home. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And now be ready.
The Wizards are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. Henry Sims is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Young. Bogdanovich is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And then for Washington, Nene, he's checked in for Morris. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Jared Dudley. And Freak subbed in for Beal. So on the floor for Washington, Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. All out there with Freak. And it's Porter in at the small forward.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
Here's the screen. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Kilpatrick's got 6 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Sloan, guarded by Porter. Robinson passes to Sloan, and it's good. Sloan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
A basket by Shakur.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good. And here's Sessions. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
And it's Gortat, that time on the assist by Nene. Gortat's got his second basket of the night.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
There's the pick. Here's Bogdanovich. Sinks the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Porter kicks to Sessions. Now, Freak. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. For Washington, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Get up here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Looking at the Wizards, they weren't as lauded as other teams last season, but the Wizards were a ferocious group on defense. Numbers support that. Their activity, Greg, could really bother teams.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, oftentimes people look at them and think offense, but it really was, to your point, Kevin, the defense was the strength of that group. I mean, they do get out in transition, but it was
We've got Hollis Jefferson. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies played a role for them. He picked up 5 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge. And you mentioned the Wizards and their defense last year. They had the second best field goal percentage defense in the league. The only team that was better, the NBA champs, Golden State.
Wizards leading by 8. Wall dishes to Shakur. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Nene, the screen, shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Jack passes to Hollis Jefferson. Young left side. Baseline J on the way, and it's Nene with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Feeds it to Shakur. Back to Nene. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Nene's got the lead up to 8 now for the Wizards.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
They set the pick, and Bogdanovich kicks to Lopez. To the paint, here's Young. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Shakur kicks to Dudley. The feed to Shakur. He dishes it to Dudley. It's Wall with the drive. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Wizards lead by 8. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Bradley, it certainly seemed to be a focus of this team to have a strong first half, which you did. Is this type of intensity something that coaches made a priority?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Well, you imposed your will, Bradley. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision making in the second half. There was nice rhythm to our transition game. We got some important points on the break. I think we keep the tempo brisk in the second half. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. These guys did not see this coming, but now they know what they're up against, and they're going to come out angry. Get ready to go toe-to-toe with them and cap this thing off.
Every dime is a flake.
The second half just about to get going here.
Well, Wall had a great quarter. He's got 8 points and a block.
So on the floor for Washington, the great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Jared Dudley out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the 5, roaming the paint.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
One shot. One shot, gentlemen.
Thaddeus Young, no good on the free throw.
You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Here's Morris. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lopez a screen. Pass to Kilpatrick to the wing right side. Clock at 6. Dishes to Lopez. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Lopez has got 6 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Lopez a screen on Wall. Now the dish to Young. And that one goes long.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
That's good. And it's an 8-point Washington lead. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Lopez a screen. Passes to Kilpatrick. Screen by Young. Here's Kilpatrick. He's guarded by Dudley, and it's Kilpatrick missing. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Memphis.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Wall against Jack. Lopez a screen on Wall. Here's Jack. Gortat with the block, but he gets it back.
That's the wall.
They get it back.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Brooklyn making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Lopez. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And a switcher also for Washington. Porter's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Kicks it to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. Beal gets a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Beal.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And Sloan kicks to Young, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Wall, that's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Sims is checked in for the Nets. Bogdanovich comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Thornton comes in for Markieff Morris. Freaks checked in for Beal. And